Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your Zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart.
Inquisitor.
Sanguine. Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Gassy.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Let's be xenophobic. It's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them. They're different, you see. We've seen they're mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. 'Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. 'Cause the aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Zoo. I'm your Zookeeper for tonight, Inquisitor, and minion joining me is Mr. Adam.
Hello, I'm Mr. Adam.
Hello. How are you this evening, my friend?
I was getting the window open.
Well,
as soon as you started talking, it was when the guy got the knife in the hand in Starship Troopers, and I was like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit.
you know, that's Gary Busey's brother.
Yeah, well, I mean, what good is it if you can't hit the button, right?
Yeah. How can the enemy press a button if you disable his hand?
Oh, good bug's a dead bug.
I agree. Coming for you, Tyranid players.
Hey, wait, do they have bugs in Warhammer?
Absolutely, they're a race called the Tyranids.
Dude.
Heavily inspired by Robert Heinlein's novel. They take a lot of inspiration from the Starship Troopers books.
Wait, up to the point where they look like them, or is it like Zerg type take inspiration?
Well, actually, Zerg took ripped off the Tyranids, but yeah, it's just basically just the idea of an insectoid hive mind race is about as far as it goes, and it's based off of the book because obviously the book came way before the movie, and the Tyranids were already made before the movie. So in terms of aesthetic, they're a bit more Geiger alien than Starship Troopers, but yeah. They're Geiger aliens.
I wonder what the absolute source for all of these type creatures would be.
The origin of all of them. I think you'll probably find it's going to be something in the 50s, like, you know, those creature features. Drive-in creature features.
That'd be crazy.
Right? Like...
And you know, you find out that it's like all stems from the mind of like some like Alfred Hitchcock or something.
Yeah. Well, I think Alfred Hitchcock was a little too good for those kinds of drive-in movies, you know?
Well, he did have a profile. The logo for Hitchcock, you know, his profile. Guess that joke fell as flat as his voice.
Yeah, at least,
Well, you know,
at least the
go ahead.
the Twilight Zone had, you know, in another time, in another place, something unique. And you had Alfred Hitchcock.
Shit, that guy.
Good evening.
Well, when you present it like that. I mean, even pushing into the late 80s, early 90s, you had the dude from what's his name? Unexplained Mysteries or something like that. What was it?
Oh God, what is his name? John Walsh? Is that his name?
Yeah. And then it died off with the dude. Why don't you have a seat right here?
Yeah, Chris Hansen.
Oh man, we're you can witness the entire mystery arc. Maybe you can dash in some X-Files and like David Duchovny and what was another one? Mystery show. Oh shit.
Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, toss them in there for good measure.
Yeah.
A little flavor.
Split up, gang.
Hey, you have to applaud somebody who could take a bunch of loaves of bread and salami and shuffle it like a deck of cards and a couple of sandwiches with them.
Fred's gonna kill himself. I'm gonna fucking do it, Shreggy. Of course, quote a old Newgrounds cartoon.
Fucking Newgrounds, man.
A lot of people I really look up to from the bands. Made a name for themselves, made a career for themselves entirely independently on new bands. Makes me wish I kind of took that route myself.
I mean, if we had any idea where it was going to go, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yo, I gotta ask. So I've been seeing a lot of people posting on the Twitter. They're
That was your first mistake.
I know. But they were posting. I mean, I try and keep my timeline, fairly decent. Right?
Cancer free?
Yeah.
Impossible. Twitter is cancer.
Well, no. Because I think even like Souls was talking about it, about like, or Shades, pardon, that it's, he's getting a lot of like bad stuff, and I'm sitting there like, dude, I don't know. I follow a lot of artists and cosplayers and people who talk about video games, so it's. I try and maintain it. You trim the bonsai tree, but because it was the holiday times, the Christmas times, I've been seeing a lot of people posting about opening up their arcade one-ups, and damn it, I really want one.
Yeah, same. The arcade one-ups are pretty cool. The one I really want is the X-Men one.
Oh shit! Yeah, the 4-player one.
It's not an 8-player one, which is the dream, of course, but it's better than nothing,
8-player 2-screen? Oh,
yes.
shit.
I want one so bad. Money is no object. That's one of the arcade machines I really want.
Welcome to die. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be something. That I would put that right up there along with like the original Virtual Fighter arcade cabinet or some shit. Like, just ugh.
No, not Virtual Fighter. Virtual On.
Whoa. Look, I was shooting for a star. You're shooting for a fucking galaxy there, sir.
I almost was able to get my hands on one, right?
Not a Virtual On arcade cab?
A 2-seater Virtual On arcade cabinet. Yes, I was almost able to get my hands on one.
What the fuck?
There was a guy who used to run an arcade in Valparaiso, Indiana, which is like just over the border between Illinois and Indiana, who was selling one for only $200.
Okay, so what was wrong with it? Was it like cursed or something?
No, he said it was fine. But the problem was that a guy from Ohio already made a claim on it and was supposed to come and pick it up. on the weekend. And then,
Hold on, made a claim on it. Did he have a bowl hat and a fucking pocket watch?
I guess. But yeah,
He said, like,
he said if he doesn't come and pick it up, that I'll sell it to me, and then he never got back to me. So I'm assuming the dude from Ohio picked it up. I wasn't happy, man. I saw that. I'm all like, what?
Motherfucker. He probably had a dapper mustache and everything.
Yeah, right.
He sat there and was like, I'm coming to claim my possession. A two-seater.
It'll be in my fun garage.
No, you know that motherfucker just put it in his regular garage. Not the fun one, the regular one. He just fucking put a tarp on it and was like, we'll deal with it later.
I'll get around to it. Never did.
Ugh. A two-seater for $200, dude?
Yep. Not a standee, a two-seater. Yeah. I was floored especially with how much he was asking for it. It wasn't that I offered him $200. That's what was his asking price.
Well, that's what I said. Like, what did he just, remove the gravestones, not the bodies, or what happened with this?
Just move the headstones. You didn't move the bodies. You didn't move the bodies.
You sit there and play some virtual odd, and all of a sudden, some little girl sitting right next to you, like, "Don't you like to play this game?" You're like, "Oh shit!"
No. It's
that was worth $200.
Then the tree comes to life and like grabs you, drags you out of the arcade cabinet.
Hold on. As long as there's no clowns in the bed and there's no onions on the table, I think I'd be okay.
Okay.
I'd deal with it.
I learned to live.
You know what? Every time I plug in this machine, all this crazy shit happens, but you know what? There's no little dwarf lady telling me to look at the light, and you know what? There's no clowns on the bed. We're good. I think we're good.
This house
we're compromised.
is clear.
or fucking creepy old Joe Biden telling me, "Hey, you come outside. Give me your kids." To be honest, I didn't watch the second Poltergeist too much, so.
Yeah, same. I just love the fact that you could, Poltergeist is, the lead cinematographer for Poltergeist is, Steven Spielberg, and you can tell. Why is Poltergeist, ostensibly speaking, a ghost story horror movie, cut so whimsically? There's totally Spielbergisms all throughout that movie.
Yeah, if you look very closely in the background, you can see a sloth. Maybe an ET.
Yeah. He was flying across the sky on a bike.
Just imagine sloth riding a bike with ET in the fucking...
Baby Ruth?
Fall! Bed! Fall! Oh, that was bad. I only dropped you once. Maybe twice. Wow, that... You know what? And here's how we can circle it back there, Jen Psaki. The other day, the Iron Cheek posted, I think it was fucking anniversary of when he first did a camel clutch. And then 666 Hammer, Sticks Hammer posted something about it, and I'm saying like, dude, you're gonna fucking badmouth the Iron Sheik when he's talking about camel clutching, dude. He's gonna break your back. He's gonna make you humble.
Yeah, he's gonna humble you there, you jabroni.
Don't fucking watch a cheeky baby, man. Ah, shit. I love watching all that old stuff.
Yeah. I think probably still the most impressive thing about wrestling is the fact that The Undertaker just did it for so long.
he seems pretty cool about it too. If you
Oh yeah.
see some of the interviews after he retired, you know, he seems to be one of the few, because I've been watching a few like podcasts about ex-wrestlers and backstage life, and yeah, Undertaker seems to be one of the few who took it like, nah, he did his job, got out. I mean, he looks like the Undertaker, but he went through it and came out alive, I guess.
Yeah. And that's respectable. Damn.
Hell yeah. I still say I really want to try the whatever the clubs, Iron Sheik's clubs or whatever he calls them. It's like the two weighted clubs that he swings over his shoulders and shit. Like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna try that.
For like working out or something? Or?
Yeah, it's like something that they use. I want to say it's like it's an Iranian thing. Wow, Adam, congratulations. Language. But it's like it's just like, you know, weighted clubs. The weight is all the way at the bottom, so the way you swing it around your shoulders is a means for exercise. And Iron Sheik was somebody who brought them out, and wasn't something that a lot of people could replicate. You know, it was one of his call mainstays or call sign, or however you want to put it. But you know, damn it, I'm gonna try it. So, did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, it was a good time. When I find when you set your expectations pretty, you know, low with what you can accomplish during the holidays, you'll be much happier and more satisfied when things go way better than you expect. Like on Friday, my friends and I got together and played some Warhammer. And then on Saturday, I went over to my parents and we hung out there, and you know, everything was great. And then on Sunday, just came home and relaxed, and it's great. You know, if you sit there and try to, you know, I'm gonna do all these plans, gonna see these people and all this kind of stuff, then that's setting yourself up for disappointment. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to that, to be honest.
Take things much lighter than you would normally want to think you should, and you'll be much happier.
You know, and you'll be surprised when things happen that you weren't expecting. Yeah. I'm in the same boat too, you know. Fucking pretty much just had a weekend for the holidays, so it's just relaxing. I think I slept so much though, and it felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good to get sleep. Holy shit.
I'll tell you this much. After I started taking these the Delta 8 THC gummies, legal in Illinois, thank you FBI, they are so good at putting me straight to sleep that I don't even really worry about any other kind of sleeping aids anymore. It's great.
What's it called?
They're Delta 8 THC gummies.
We just take a couple of these gummies and it's
I only need
oh.
one. Yeah. Hands down, like the best sleep aid I think I've ever had. Way better than melatonin, because melatonin you wake up like sore and with extremely bad cotton mouth. Which granted, you know, weed doesn't help with either. You get pretty bad cotton mouth with weed, but not nearly as bad as melatonin, I swear to God.
Yeah. No, that's one thing. The past few days, I've noticed because I take prescription medicine for my my epilepsy, and it's weird because if I take it and I'm awake, it gives me like a lot of stomach cramps. You know, it makes me I'm supposed to eat with it to make it work more effectively. But if I can manage to take it and then pass out before it kicks in, holy shit, dude! I have the best sleep ever. when I wake up, I'm like, fucking, it's like Dune in my mouth.
Yep.
Bad. but hey, you know, sure beats fucking the shakes, right? I guess.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, no, I got another 4 days of work and then going back to another 3-day weekend, so it should be fun. It just sucks because it's so slow at work right now because, you know, nobody's there. Everybody's taking vacation time and all that shit. So, it is. Last Friday, I'm thankful they were like, "Hey, because it's the holidays, we're gonna let you guys go, you know, now, and you can leave at 3:00." And we're like, "Oh shit, fucking, I'm out."
Right?
Like, I'm gonna fucking stay.
We did the same thing on Thursday, our last day, last week. We came in at 5 a.m. instead of our normal start time, which is 6:30, so that we could get out at 3:30. Novel concept, leaving my workplace when it's still light out in this winter time. So. To the point where I need to ink. Woo. Do the interior of this here real quick before I do anything else with it. If I can get that dry, then I can glue in the driver.
Oh yeah, right on. I mean, it looks good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, this is one of those ones that I was really excited because I love the sculpt, but then I was all like, oh, this is going to be really fun to paint. And it's been sitting on my painting desk for the last, year. Because I keep on saying, I want to do this detail, and this detail, and this detail. And I've finally just gotten to the point where I'm all like, no. I'm not going to try to do any of these details. It needs to be done. And so I'm just going to finish it.
So how many of those buggies do you have?
Well, this is my third one if you don't count my trike.
Well, I mean, could you really count a trike as a buggy?
Well, it depends. I mean, There are, like, dune buggy tricycles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I get this thing done. That's good, because this thing went from being one of the most useless models on, like, in the codex, in the face of 40k, one of the most useless, to one of the ones that no one ever doesn't take in tournaments. I love it when shit like that happens. They're like, ew, why are you taking a Rocket Truck Squig Buggy too? Ew, why don't you have a Rocket Truck Squig Buggy? And that's how my Battle Sisters were with Penitent Engines back in the day. Penitent Engines used to be a why would you ever take this into a why would you ever not take this? And I just realized I fucked something up. I still have a chance to fix it though,
So, would this be something that you would be able to use Friday?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're planning on doing some 40k on Friday with my friends, and hopefully I can get it done and can use it on Friday.
That'd be something I'd like to see in action.
It's a very, very good model on the table. Yes, I know you all have ink already, but that's okay, because that ink was red. This is black. And black ink is used so that I can get some good tones and values down in here, like an ink painting, which is what I want. Just gotta be careful about where it pools and how much you use. There's a reason why people call this this little thing I'm doing right here liquid skill. Because it really does turn a mediocre painter like me into a really good painter.
Wait, what?
This stuff, the ink, turns mediocre painters into good painters if you use it correctly.
They call it liquid skill?
Yeah.
Is it because it weathers or ages the I mean, at least that's what it looks like it's doing.
Yeah, that, and it's getting down into the recesses, so it's like, a really easy way to get blackline effects on your mini without really worrying too much about doing the blackline effects yourself, which is a skillful thing. If you know how to do blacklines, then that's pretty skillful.
I think that just goes to show that throughout the ages, artists of all kinds have constantly shat on people who find better ways of doing fucking thing.
Well, it's really, really a good thing to use. It saves you a lot of time and all sorts of shit, man. I'm not gonna shit on the person who came up with it and uses it, because I'm doing it.
Well, hold on. This is probably like a way odd offset, but I've been watching because I've been I've been. All right, Adam. Let's word properly. So I've been going through. I have a couple of projects that I've been working on, and to get a better outset of them, I've been going off and doing a bunch of different studies in terms of um, uh, modeling, figure stand up, going back to anatomy. Working, we work redrawing muscle structures and that in order again. And then the other thing is the bronze aged scaled armor and weaponry. I think last time we chatted, I was telling you that I was working on drawing hilts for swords.
Yes.
Trying to get a good imagery on that. And one of the things that I stumbled upon was a series of videos. I believe it's a Japanese manga artist, but don't quote me. I was just watching his video because I was struggling with feet and hands, and this dude broke it down perfectly. And so I started watching a bunch of his other videos, and he works with you've seen those wooden figures, the model figures.
Oh, are you talking about the marionette ones? The ones
Yeah.
put in poses?
Yeah, usually they're it's like torso, mid, pelvis, legs, arms, just your basic wooden figure type. Yeah, marionette.
Yeah, ball joints so you can articulate them to get poses and stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, whenever I was looking at them, I've always had I was looking at them like, how in the hell do you get a structure out of this? How do you get a figure out of this? But this dude managed to I'm shocked. And so now, one of the biggest things for me has always been, do not draw with structure. Do not. I try not to, I'm going to make a circle and then a shape to form the skull structure. And then I'm going to draw the cylinder to draw the neck structure. And then I'm going to draw this structure. I tried to stray from that because I felt for a variety of reasons. I always felt that was not, it was a waste of time. You should focus on getting the image right out the bat. First try.
Sure.
Bam. And it's worked well for me. But this building of an underlying structure that this guy has shown me, it's just, after practicing a couple of these things, it's just, I can't stop it. It's all I've been doing for a while, and I like it. I don't even know what the hell I'm fucking talking about.
Well, no, it all comes down to the fact that you're constantly learning and then finding new ways to do art in a sort of way that, number one, is cathartic to you, and number two, is a way that you can better render the image how you want it. So if it works for you, if it helps you, then hell yeah, man. That's part of the battle right there.
And knowing half the battle. Wait, that's not the word.
Knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Pork chop sandwiches!
No, it's.
Oh shit, get the fuck out of here!
Fucking pork chop sandwiches. Well, at least I got my chicken.
Yes.
It kind of goes like, you ever hear that old phrase that an artist doesn't erase?
No, I've never heard that.
What?
No, I've never heard that.
Dude, they have a roommate who fucking mocked me for that. Hey man, a true artist doesn't erase. What the fuck? You haven't drawn anything.
Of course they do. I would say that there's a reason why Control Z is a hotkey on your fucking tablet.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I mean, this was. Now that I think about it, it's funny because this was before. Now you look at people who do their like, hey, check me out. I'm gonna stream as I draw. I'm gonna draw this figure, and they're using a tablet and they're drawing, but they're constantly reshaping and manipulating the image, and like they'll draw a figure, but then they'll just erase like half of it and just redo like it's like crazy. You couldn't do that with traditional type pencil paper type stuff. And so just thinking back, like listening, because I had teachers who would say that, you know, like, oh, true artists do not use an eraser. It's like, and again, that's probably where I got the whole, you know, all right, so I should probably do it in one shot, you know. I'm not gonna lie, it's good skill, but at the same end, it's like
True
fucking.
artist doesn't use an eraser. What kind of bullshit is that? It's a tool. Any tool is
Yes.
meant to be used.
And it works.
Yeah. I mean, have these people never heard of like reductive art, where you start with like a black canvas and then you erase an image onto the black canvas?
I don't know, man. These people must have been like Cobra Kai type students or some shit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You sweep the leg. It's like, fuck.
Sweep the leg. Show no mercy.
But yeah, no, it's a crazy pendulum swing in terms of thinking about drawing, going from try and get as much accuracy as you can in one go, to now what I'm doing is building form and structure, and then it's honestly it's kind of nice because I think I'm a bit more like a grasp of like what I'm trying to convey, because that's always been an issue. And the other thing that I've been looking at a lot too is how to draw from your imagination type stuff, though. I mean, because that's always been a big issue with me is I can't, like, right now it's I'm drawing sets of armor, I'm drawing weapons only because I have guidelines to go with. I can't, if somebody would sit there and be like, hey, could you draw this? Nope. Not unless you tell me exactly what you want me to draw, because I can't do that. So it's like, I'm just a 3D printer. You're supposed to tell me what to print. You know, I can't do that. So, but
There we go. I'm gonna let that dry because that is ink and that's gonna take forever to dry. So I'll work on something else.
nice.
You can see right over here. I'll show it on camera here in a second. The driver is already 100% done. So he's just gonna go straight into it when the ink dries.
Would he be interchangeable?
No. He's gonna be glued in there, permanently glued in there. There's a couple of models I do have that are magnetized so that I can swap out parts, but usually you have to sit there and think about those models and how much effort you actually want to put into them and whether or not it's worth it. Because otherwise,
So
yeah,
it's not something that used often.
yeah. There's some that use it, like my one buddy SCP, who's been on Minions a couple of times. He magnetized a whole bunch of his Tyranid models, so that he can, field them as different models if he so chose. Which, I wholly endorse. That way you can have battlefield versatility without sacrificing a shit ton of money. So there's that, but for me, when it comes to this kind of stuff, there's no options, like at all. These models are these models, period. There's no switching them out for something else. So I don't need to worry about magnetizing them. I do have this though. Here, you can see. Right here, this is my turret for my battle wagon. And the battle wagon right here has the hole on top here where you can place the turret, right? Now you also have this rear troop section back here where I have detachable orcs with big shooters that I can just sort of clip in place and give the tank more guns.
Nice.
So, yeah, the battle wagon's my next big project. I'm gonna try to get that done probably tonight. I might stay up and try to get it done. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do.
Looks fucking rad, dude.
Oh yeah, when you'll see the pride on display when you see all of the models arranged on a table, like every single one of them. That is where the pride comes out, because you get to see all of them arrayed up there and all of their full paint jobs and everything, and it looks awesome.
Well, would you be dismayed? Is that a proper term? If on Friday I come out and hang out with you and Bug and Jacko, and also hang out on the Minions of the Zoo stream.
Yeah, let's say we're planning on playing some 40K, and we will see if we can hang out and do some minion stuff as well. I think that'd be okay.
Hey, as long as we can play some fucking fighting games and shit, oh, yeah. I'd be down, dude.
I'd say the major thing for the night's gonna be 40K, but yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with playing some fighting games as well.
Oh, I can't wait. This week is gonna be fun.
Hell yeah. So I got plenty of time to set everything up for it too, because my Dreamcast is still in the bag that I used when I took it over to Weebos for that one stream that we did.
Shit, if we can get Weebo, that'd be gold.
Oh yeah, she's always welcome if she wants. Her and boyfriendo.
Oh, boyfriendo.
Yeah. Seemed like a really cool guy.
Hold on, should I be offended with that?
What?
Because he didn't really seem Hispanic, but then again, I guess neither do I. It's like,
well, I'm not sure about that bit, but yeah.
Oh, hey, come on. I figure somebody looks at me and they think they're, hey, is that Tim Pool? I'm like, son of a bitch. Tim Pool has the shape of his mustache. I'm laying it out there, sir. Okay? You change your appearance, not me. I'm older, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but no, yes. No, I like that we have this weird fucking like connection with a bunch of these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I blame Monkey, but at the same end, you know, I think we did pretty good ourselves, so.
Oh yeah. We've made a name for ourselves.
Yeah.
I like to think.
I mean, shit, the 1506 isn't just a batch number, right? That's, episode number, right?
Yeah. the grind. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have tested the test of time. Stood the test of time. I don't know.
Test of time.
There you go. There was a time and there was a standing, and somebody stood it.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, the one thing that you'll notice when you come over here and see all these, completed minis, is that now my orcs have the in the number over 100 minis, 100% painted.
I'd like to see that. But my lord, there is no such army. Oh, and cue the duck army. That was the other thing I wanted to ask you. Because Arcade 1-Ups has been brought up, and so what would be the top 3 arcade machines that you'd like to have for yourself?
Money is no object?
Well, hold on, because now I'm thinking about it like, okay, so is it arcade like stand-up like a Pac-Man arcade, or is it like an arcade like an Outrun, or is it an arcade like fucking Space Harrier where it fucking moves and shit? You know what? Let's try and go basic level, and just like try and be as modest as you can. In terms of, no, we're not talking about you're gonna get a 3D, fucking the arcade machine maneuvers you around in 3D space. No.
Okay, so if that's the case, my 3 are probably if we're talking just standy cabinets, right? No.
There you go. Yeah, standy cabs.
No, nothing else. Dungeons and Dragons.
Hold on, and that includes standy cabs that are racers. So like Outrun or Super Hang On, that type of stuff.
Okay. So Shadows over Mystara. Dungeons and Dragons Shadows over Mystara.
Ooh.
Gauntlet Legends.
Wait, Legends? Is that the 3D one?
Yeah, that's the newer one, the one that gives you a passcode that you can go back to the cabinet and play from your progression standpoint.
Holy shit, they did do that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. And then the last one would probably be oh geez, if we're going again, just standy cabs. Shadows over Mystara, Gauntlet Legends.
Hold on, and just as long as we're being clear, you said Shadows of Mystaria. You're not including the double cab where it had Towers of Doom.
Tower of Doom. Yeah, no. I'm being modest with that because the double cab was extremely rare and I think an aftermarket thing.
Oh yeah.
And in my opinion, anyway, Shadows over Mystara is the better game.
I mean, I don't know. I look at it like you got a slice of pie and then Shadows of Mystara is the whipped cream on the top. But I love them both. I'd go for both.
Well, they're both great games. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I do think that Shadows of Mystara is of the two is the better game.
Yes, got it. Yes.
And then probably. Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Holy shit.
Yeah, probably that.
Capcom versus SNK2?
Yeah. Well, you saw me at Weebo's. You saw how good I am at that game.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
I tried my best with Geese, but to no avail.
Yeah, that game is my game. That's when people sit there and say, like, I'm the best at this game, I'm the best at that game, that's the one that I sit here and say I'm probably the best at that game.
Hold on. I think that was a game title that was brought up because somebody had posted on Twitter about adding easy mode, and it's, whatever. And I made a comment that, like I said, usually for me, look, if you see me in on Twitter making a comment or on Discord, I would hope that you understand that a majority of it isn't like I'm goofing with you, right? I'm playing around. I'm trying to be happy and goofy and uplifting, even if it doesn't come off of that. That's well, yuckity shucks. But the what we
That's
somebody
the
had posted.
intention, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to have a laugh, right? Somebody had posted about, I think, easy playing, and I said, hey, the next thing you know, they're gonna say all the special moves should be dictated to specific buttons, and then that should be allowed in tournament games. And they said, isn't that what happened with Capcom versus SNK2? I'm like, wait, what? They did that
Are you talking
for a
about
tournament?
the EOism thing?
I think Evo or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. That's nuts.
When the game got ported to Xbox, they added what was called EOism, where it replaced the need to perform the command input, and instead all you needed to do was hit a direction on the right analog stick and you would perform a special move.
Well, yeah, he said C stick, so I was like, okay, so that's GameCube. That's how long ago? Like, but they're still doing that. That he would even bring it up. Like, holy shit, what the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with people? Like, it's so stupid. I feel bad. I'll play Mortal Kombat 11, and when they say finish them, I can hit pause and scroll to the finishing moves, figure out what the finishing move is, and do it. I still feel bad. Because it's like, back in the day, we had to like sit there and do jumping jacks and shit to be able to do the finishing moves. And now I can just sit there and pause and do it right off the bat.
Yeah, and it's in the game. It tells you how to do them. Remember back in Mortal Kombat on the Genesis and the SNES? Did that shit come with the finishing moves, like put in the game and tells you how to do it? Nope.
Oh, hey, you want to go darker? Let's talk about Primal Rage.
Well, Primal Rage didn't tell you shit, not even in the manual.
you have to go and grab the joystick of the arcade machine 2 blocks over and fucking hit a couple of buttons, and then you can do the finishing move. And all he does is fart. It's fucking. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's the good old days. And I still haven't hit except on Balrog.
Still haven't what?
Oh, well,
train go by.
Yeah, I haven't hit confirm on Balrog.
Are you still playing Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, I still have that bad habit of turning on a game and just letting it run.
Nah, it's fine. officially getting that hour log up, right? And I agree with
Oh,
Terry.
man.
Terry just said Capcom vs. SNK 2 is probably the best fighting game ever. You're not wrong, Terry. You're not wrong. I know it's at least my favorite.
You know what? I'm gonna bring Tatsunoko vs. Capcom over on Friday.
Well, we played it at your place during 4th of July when Sanguine came up.
Yeah, we did.
And Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is a good game. I just think that Cap vs. SNK is better.
It does have more depth. I will give it that.
Yeah. I say I told you. I know I've told the story on stream before, but there was one time I went to the local anime convention here in the Chicagoland area. It's called Anime Central, ACEN for short. And one of the things it was back in the day when Cap vs. SNK was like one of the big standard games, especially ones for like the game tournaments and stuff like that. And they, at that anime convention had a game tournament. And so I never enter in any of the tournaments. I'm never one for that, right? If I play a fighting game, I'm just playing it for fun, sort of thing. Well, on Sunday, after all of the festivities have kind of worn down, I'm waiting for a couple of my friends to come down out of the hotel room and so on and so forth. I go down to the game room and I see that there's a small group of people playing Cap vs. SNK. Less than like Marvel vs. Capcom, which really isn't my game anyway. So I go over and sit in the queue for Cap vs. SNK, and I wait my turn, and then I get the controller. And, it's the typical sort of etiquette is winner stays, loser passes the controller. Well, I sit down with the controller, and I proceed to absolutely annihilate my opponent. Like, it wasn't even a challenge. I just completely destroy him. And then I look behind, and all of the people that are sitting there at that thing are, like, standing there dumbfounded. Because apparently, I just completely manhandled the guy who placed third.
Oh, shit.
So...
What do they do?
Oh, they just handed over the controller and everything, but yeah, all of the other people, like, around, especially, like, his friends, were just standing there dumbfounded and awestruck. And then I proceeded to lose, but, I didn't care. There's some people that take fighting games really, really seriously. And I'm to a point in my life where I don't. I really, really don't. And I find that the people that freak out, especially over something like, like a baby game, like Smash Brothers. I find people who flip out because of Smash Brothers hilarious. I love looking up those YouTube videos of people like Smash Brothers tournaments just like absolutely losing their shit and like smashing their controller and all sorts of shit like that. I find them hilarious. I love those videos.
Yeah, I never understood why they get so emotional over these games. I mean, but at the same end, I'm not I'm not a big
competitive.
I find the esports type of thing kind of goofy to begin with. So
yeah, same.
It's
same.
Yeah,
I've never been one for the esports. I think it's a pretty laughable term.
If we're gonna acknowledge esports, then I think we should acknowledge what's his name, Billy Zane or whatever his hot sauce making dude. and say he's a top tier gamer because he has a high score. If we're gonna acknowledge one, we should acknowledge the other. Like that is, if you want me to believe your shit, then that's where you can sell me on. It's like, okay, yeah, this guy is the top tier of Donkey Kong, and these people are the best fucking Fortnite player. Okay, whatever. Get the fuck out of here.
But Adam, we got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down.
Whoa! Did he do a dance?
10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town.
What the fuck is Tomato? Wait, you talking about Princess Tomato? That old Nintendo game?
How have you never heard Chug Jug?
I
don't even like Fortnite, and I've heard that fucking meme song over and over and over and over again. Making me a little envious with your ignorance there, Adam.
Envious of the ignorance.
I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little envious of that ignorance.
That's. I don't know if I should be happy or if I should be like, oh yeah, well, you know, I've been dodging. I've been the Ken for the Chun-Li, you know, just dodging. Pop, 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 pop. No, it's not. It's not the same thing. Because holy shit. Because I come back and I'm like, wait, what? What? What the hell's going on?
Say, I'll link you the meme after the show.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, I'm always willing to learn, so.
I'll traumatize you after the show. It's fine.
I look forward to it.
So the real question, what color should this guy's hair be? All the other, like, orc things that I've painted that have hair, which, again, orcs are actually canonically bald, all of them. How they get hair is they have what are called hairy squigs that form like a symbiotic parasitic relationship with them that bore their way into the orc's skull and gives the orc hair. So I'm trying to think, what would an alien organism that's sole purpose is to leech blood off of its host organism and then give the host organism hair? What color hair is that? All of the other ones I've painted are purple. You know, part of the animalistic sort of intelligence of orcs. The more garish and bright and stuff color they've got, the more it's to ward off potential predators, saying that they're dangerous. So,
you ever see those like sticks that have a bunch of like plastic hair fiber type things that when you turn on it essentially it's just like a flashlight that shines into a bunch of plastic noodles.
oh, like the fiber optic ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do that with a 2-tone, maybe 3-tone, where it's like the bottom is one color. And I was gonna say purple, but you said you had a lot of purple, and you know, I quickly put that back into the bottom of the deck. But you should have that color fade into another one, and then right at the tip have a incredibly obnoxious contrasting color that just is like, you're looking at it and you're like, everything else looks nice, but this little bit at the top, why would they do that? And that's why they would do that, is because it makes you look at it and like, son of a bitch. I mean, that's what I would do.
I'll think about it.
You have a lot of red and green going on.
Yeah. It's probably the reason why I went with purple with them, because it's a complementary color to both red and green.
Yeah, well, and to be honest, that's why I went with the the fucking monster truck show light thing going. I was like, yeah, oh, that crazy. All right, let's go crazy. You want to go crazy? Go crazy.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh, gee.
Just a little thing I say.
And you. I'm a number one. And that started the whole comic book movie genre. Ladies and gentlemen, let that be a reminder. And you know what? Michael Keaton still, not only was he the perfect Batman, he was the fucking perfect Vulture. Go on. Take that. And he did a movie called Birdman. Oh, well, he was a good Birdman too.
I've downloaded Birdman, but I've still have yet to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. All I heard was a movie about an actor who's trying to get back in. I don't care to see it.
Yeah.
Vulture was much more better.
Yeah. More better. Yeah, I don't know, the one thing that I've heard for Birdman in its favor is that it's all shot in one continuous shot, which I've heard is a pretty impressive feat for cinematography and directing.
Oh shit! It was one shot.
Yeah, it's one continuous shot. The whole movie.
Okay. You know what? I'd have to give it a watch for that, because if it's all in one shot, that is pretty impressive. I'm checking out chat here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Creston talking about drop bears and robots?
Cause Terry's in chat.
Oh, fucking Terry, dude. Every time he pops around, there's like drop bears that just spring out of nowhere.
I see Terry said, I find the intricacies of fighting games to be fascinating, but I'm not especially good at them. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. The way that I've heard it described, and I've yet to find a better analogy, is speaking again of Newgrounds, the one artist Stamper from Newgrounds once said that fighting games are a bit more like chess than anything else, simply because it's like formulating on the fly a strategy against your opponent.
In a sense, they really are.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to understand the rules of the game to be able to effectively manage a strategy against somebody who is a good player, so to speak. I mean, I I think that's honestly where I see the praise for Virtual Fighter come about, and even Tekken, because those were around the same time. But these 3D fighters, where it was more of a technical aspect to it, as opposed to just button mashing. If you want to get that,
as people would say, yes.
But even still, I mean, you go back again, Street Fighter, you go back to Killer Instinct, you go back to fucking even Time Killers. There still had a formula to it to be able to play out the fighting aspect, and it is a strategy.
We should have a night where we play some fighting game together, Terry. Test your self-deprecating defeatism there and see how good you really are.
Oh, get out of here. Terry doesn't play fighting games.
Oh yeah, he does. He plays a lot of fighting games.
I believe it when I see it. And you know what, Terry? That's my comment to you, brother. I'm telling you, you come into me, you'll have the fighting match of the century. We'll see who is the #1 fighting game champion.
Oh yeah! Your pet monkey hit me with a folding chair.
The cream of the crop. Yeah, you gotta choose the right game though, because you come out here and like, yeah, let's play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You're like, nah, no. Nope.
Yeah, definitely not Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I know Terry's been saying that he's been playing Guilty Gear Strive a lot lately, so.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that'd be...
so he's an Arc Systems player.
Yeah, that'd be one that I want to play against him, because, Guilty Gear's my jam, as Adam well knows.
I'm horrible at actually, I have a buddy of mine who's constantly telling me, like, come on, let's play some Blaze Blue. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to get my ass beat. Sometimes I like to win, right? No, but, I've been playing a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters Z. So, I mean, there's that. There, Terry. But then again, like I said, hey, you know what? You wanna get good? Look, 3. We got Soul Calibur on Dreamcast. Okay, I'll fight you on that. I'll fight you, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom on the Wii, and Power Stone. Power Stone 2.
To be fair, Terry's kind of relegated just to PC because,
I know. I love goofing with him. And he doesn't leave his fucking Smurf house or whatever.
Smurf house?
Yeah, Terry. God bless you, Terry. I love you. But...
Terry, you never told me you lived in a mushroom.
You know he does.
I think this may strain our relationship, Terry.
Fucking Gargamel's looking over the house. Okay. See, and that's how you know. That's how you know he lives in a Smurf house. I hate DBFZ. Yeah, you would.
I've never played it.
Well, we'll play it on Friday.
Okay.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you pay attention, catch the stream a little bit. Oh, shit.
This is easier than typing in chat. So I am not a fan of Dragon Ball Fighters. I tried to like it. I just really, really don't. I haven't played Strive in ages, but I am absolutely willing to play Strive against you if you want, Quiz. Hell, I'd even play CVS too. I don't mind getting destroyed on stream. It's,
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to play Capcom vs. SNK too. Do they have it on Steam?
No, but there's an emulator called Null DC Bear that you can just download the ROM to CVS2, and I think you'll need you might need a VPN to play, like, for our computers to sort of connect. But that's how I was playing Della and Johnny in a whole bunch of different games, was through Null.
Okay. We'll look into it.
So what you're saying is we got a week to figure out how to set this match up.
Well, it's got as long as you want. It doesn't have to be next week.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
Oh no, we're gonna stream this worldwide.
I've been playing Street Fighter V a lot recently, and that's kind of why I say I'm not very good, because I like the game, but I'm really not good at Street Fighter V. So what else have I got? I never got into Melty Blood. I tried that, and it just wasn't for me.
I love Melty Blood, but you're right. It's a very complex game. It's even more complex if you play the older PC versions rather than the one on Switch.
Well, I was playing Actress Again something. Like, I forget the full name of it, but yeah, I was playing like the old one.
Okay.
And I can see why people like it, but it's over my head. It's like, it's not for me.
It's a very... If you played Darkstalkers, any of the Darkstalkers game, probably it's most like Vampire Savior.
Okay.
Then you'll kind of have a grasp of how Melty Blood plays.
I like Darkstalkers more for the character design than the actual gameplay. Because there's a lot of really cool characters in Darkstalkers. It's a shame that Felicia and Morrigan are the only ones who really get used anywhere.
Yeah. See, BB Hood was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I was shocked at, because she's my go-to in Vampire Savior is BB Hood.
Well, I love BB Hood as a concept. Like, I can't use it to save my life, but the idea that this sweet little girl is actually like this vicious killer who's got like machine guns and grenades and all sorts of heavy-duty weaponry that she can just blast you with. I love the character concept.
Her down heavy is she spreads her legs and a grenade falls from under her skirt and she kicks it forward.
Yeah. But I also like that there's the veneer of innocence. Like, one of her moves is she trips forward and just accidentally smacks you with a basket. And one of her like super moves is like she pretends to cry, and like the tears are actually like damaging, and like there's this she plays up the cute aspect while still being like just completely ruthless in actuality.
Holy shit, is Terry here?
No.
Hi, Adam.
This whole time I thought it was in a dream.
Oh.
It's I do like fighting games.
Hold on, but what you just described was just pure Capcom fighting games.
Yeah.
What about Sega fighting games? Fighting Viper, Fighter Mega Mix, Virtual Fighter.
I never played those.
Well, those were all those were all console ones, and mainly for things like the Saturn.
Whoa, they were arcade.
Yeah, that's right. No, Fighters
do like Fighters Mega Mix. I think was the only Saturn exclusive.
Yeah.
But I only include that because you can play as the Daytona racing car.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
I do prefer 2D over 3D.
Same.
So I wouldn't be interested in Virtua Fighter the same way I'm not that interested in Tekken or Soul Calibur.
Well, okay, so what about the titles that are, I would say, 2D based, but using 3D models, much like Fighter Z, or Budokai 3, even Dragon Ball.
As long as the actual gameplay is 2D, I don't care what the graphics look like. But Dragon Ball FighterZ is, I'm putting a hard no on that. I don't like that game.
Now, why are you putting a hard no? Terry, you're breaking my heart here.
Well, I don't like Dragon Ball, and I don't like the game. So, I mean, it's got zero appeal to me.
Das will das. Oh, no.
I don't think you're ready for this, Adam.
You don't like Dragon Ball?
I don't really like Dragon Ball.
I watched one episode of Dragon Ball. Literally nothing happened in it, and then I decided it was not worth watching a second one.
Well, the way I've always described ever since high school. Now, mind you, I watched Dragon Balls. You know, like I was a big anime geek in high school and stuff like that. I was very, very otaku, as you would say, and I'm what I constantly say is a rehabilitated weeb. I saw Dragon Ball Z long before it came to the U.S. Like long before,
Right.
on Chinese bootleg dub VHS tapes. And the way I keep on describing Dragon Ball's plot is bad guy shows up, good guy fights bad guy loses, good guy leaves, trains, gets stronger, comes back, beats bad guy, repeat.
Yeah. From what I've heard, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
From playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, the story mode, that's pretty accurate for what the story in that game was like. So
Hold on. There's this big boob pink lady who is trying to turn everybody into chocolate as well. Okay, so that's
I'm
part
okay
of the
with her.
story.
I mean, you know, she's a perfectly fine character. I'm not going to say anything bad about her, but you know.
Well, that's there's a distinction beyond the inspection. And that's not the word.
But yeah, so yeah, I've never really been a big Dragon Ball Z guy either. So.
yeah, I thought because Arxis made Dragon Ball FighterZ, or at least published it. I don't know if I think they made it and Namco Bandai published it.
Yes.
But because it was an Arxis game, I thought, well, I like BlazBlue a lot. I like Guilty Gear quite a bit. I'll give this a go. This is probably the best chance Dragon Ball has to win me over. It didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Woof. I will say, Arxis they're a good developer. They make good fighters. And I'm horrible at BlazBlue. And I have a buddy who constantly tries to get me to play some matches with him.
Yeah.
And you know, it's only so many times you can play a game and get your ass beat. But I will say that Dragon Ball FighterZ, yeah, I like it. I do like it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it kind of, I could see parallels with the Marvel vs. Capcom series in some of the...
No. See, that's okay. That's see, Marvel versus the Versus series, the Capcom Versus series has that special, and it ended like that's why we say like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's not the same thing.
No.
Like that
MVC
whole,
3
it has a whole different thing.
was a garbage game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
that's kind of my point. Is I didn't like Marvel vs. Capcom past the second one, and I only liked the second one out of nostalgia. If I'm kind of being that honest
True.
about
True.
it.
I was never good at that game.
No,
What?
it's like
you never taken for a ride?
I have.
Don't do that.
I've played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for hundreds of hours against the computer when I was a teenager, early 20s. I forget when it came out, but no, like Marvel vs. Capcom is not that great, and Dragon Ball Fighters reminded me of it. Like, yeah, well, there you go. That's kind of off on the wrong foot.
Hold on, is it because it's like big and flashy?
Yeah, and it's a tag fighter, and a lot of the mechanics seemed similar, like the combo system of like ascending strengths and yeah, I don't know.
Wait, ascending strengths or launching? Because I'm thinking, when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, but again, my anchor, I would say, is Tatsunoko. I love Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. And one of the biggest things with Tatsunoko, aside from they did this like super where you activated, and then all of a sudden all the attacks that you get, they build into whatever. But the other one was launching the opponent into the air and then doing air combos. Yeah. And so that was a big. I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had that a lot too. I only remember that because fucking Venom. You play as Venom or Spider-Man. You can.
Yeah, they can get some pretty beery aerial combos. Yeah, it's very true.
Oh yeah.
I used to really like what's his face, Iceman, when I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Iceman, Cable, and Captain Commando was like my defaults.
You played as Captain Commando?
Dude, hell yes.
I was say, you know who my team was?
Who?
Ryu, or Akuma, either one. Jin and Captain Commando.
Jin?
Nice.
What?
Yep. I didn't even play BB Hood, and she was in that game.
What? Oh my goodness!
Commando had one of the best assists in the game.
All right, hold on. I was Captain America, Mega Man. I guess that's basic, isn't it?
I'm surprised that since you said Mega Man that you didn't go full cheese. Iceman, Mega Man, and Cyclops.
I never played as Iceman or Cyclops, to be honest.
I say Iceman and Cyclops, along with Mega Man, literally all of your moves, from regular moves to special moves, are projectiles.
Usually, I'd have Mega Man something because I never really got to Mega Man, and it would be either Mega Man or Wolverine, because that would be the I'm just gonna spaz out and the last line of defense type of thing.
Sometimes I'd sub in Juggernaut. Juggernaut was good because there was that glitch that like doubled his damage, and I used to really enjoy calling his assist and like taking off a quarter of a life bar every time.
Yeah.
Damn it! Now I want that fucking arcade cab.
Well, you can play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on that same emulator, that DC Null Bear that I was telling Quiz about. It's on there as well.
It really sucks because that's the only game I actually don't own of like those sorts of series. I don't have 2. I have 1 and I have 3, but I don't have 2.
And are you conveniently ignoring Infinite?
What's that?
Are we conveniently ignoring Infinite? Because I understand.
Oh, yes. I don't even acknowledge Infinite as being a thing, mainly because of the rationale when they said, why aren't there any X-Men in Infinite? You know what their response was?
I do.
Who even likes the X-Men anymore?
Listen,
no,
that's an alternate timeline. We don't discuss that.
The other thing that they said about Infinite was the characters are just functions anyway. No one wants to play as Magneto. They want to play as a character with a triangle jump. So we recommend this character in Infinite who has a triangle jump. He's just not named Magneto. And that was supposed to pacify the people who wanted X-Men characters in the game.
Oh, it's basically the same thing, right?
I blame Marvel. I don't blame Capcom. I blame Marvel.
It is 100% Marvel's fault.
Yes.
Because they were thinking about their movies, and for whatever reason there was something about the X-Men that they didn't want them in the game. Either they were making a movie about them and they didn't. Oh no, they were making a movie about someone else and they wanted those characters to take priority or whatever.
Hola, was this around the time of Wreck-It Ralph?
No, I
have no idea.
This was around the time of Captain Marvel.
Oh.
And that's why she's in the game. Because they wanted to promote their movies. And that took priority over things like the players and what they wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck Marvel.
Yeah, for sure.
That probably was the earlier signs of a SJW route, I guess you could say, right?
Oh no. They've been that way for a long time. Marvel's been infested with social justice since, God, 2000? It's only just
No, I think you were right the first time. Since God. That's
yeah, no, it's Marvel's been destroyed from within.
I was gonna say, because even with my beloved Tatsunoko, they took out the Arabian-looking genie dude. They didn't even. I don't think they even replaced him with somebody.
Oh, I keep meaning to tell you, Quiz. Did you see Biken is finally going to be in Strive?
Oh no, not yet. Cool.
Wait, what?
She's the next character that's going to be released, so early next year.
When did they announce that?
They announced it like before Christmas, maybe a week before Christmas.
Okay.
So she'll be the next character. She'll be DLC, so you probably still won't be wanting to buy the game, but
well, hold on. Well, unless they actually re-release the game and have all the DLC characters.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But like, you would have to buy the game and then season 2. Season 1, if you wanted to have Biken in it.
So here, let's do this then. Let's first of all, no, come on. Let's mute up that, and then yeah, let's bring this up. Share window capture this, and where is it? There it is. And let's just watch it.
You're gonna get booted or anything, right?
It's on YouTube. Window capture.
Let's mute this. There it goes. There's Biken. Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, oh, I should tell Quiz, but I keep forgetting to bring it up.
Yes, and it's her costume too.
I think there's slight differences, but basically yes. I think her eye patch is different in this one, but by and large they're very similar designs.
Nice. Fucking, I love Biken. Biken is my favorite character. Like,
yeah, I know. Most of the characters in the season 1 have been not anything that I cared about. There was what's her face, Jacko, who easy to look at but not fun to play as.
Yeah.
There's Gold Lewis, who's just he's a new character in the Strive storyline. He's a big fat guy. He's not fun to play. He's too slow for me. Too slow and clunky. There's Happy Chaos, who I didn't even reinstall the game to play as Happy Chaos because I just didn't care. And then Biken is the 4th character they've announced.
Good.
So yeah, if you are interested, you would have to buy the first season of new characters to get Biken.
That's fine. I'm okay with doing that.
I really like how they managed to get these games to look the way they do.
I'm most impressed with their music. The music for Guilty Gear has not changed since the very first of Guilty Gear. It's always had that heavy metal theme, and it's awesome.
I will say the Strive soundtrack, I prefer to listen to it as music. I don't like it as much as a background because the lyrics get in the way.
Yeah. I say they started that with THUR was because like before there were it's very limited in the scope of the music that they could do, like back on the Dreamcast or the PlayStation. So they didn't have lyrics or like singing in any of the soundtracks before.
No, I do really like the songs. It's just that they're better to listen to on YouTube rather than have playing while you're trying to fight, because the lyrics can get in the way of hearing characters shout their attacks, and it's just distracting having like lyrics in the background as opposed to just the instruments.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, part of the fighting game tells is being able to hear audibly what move they're doing. So.
In two parts. First off, it's off-putting hearing lyrics in a fighting game soundtrack. But the other thing is, our good pal Blind Press utilizes audible cues in terms of fighting.
Everyone does. Like you can't play fighting games on mute because you'll miss all the audio cues.
Mm-hmm. I mean it's a strong part of the package.
It's the lyrics aren't so loud that you can't hear the tells of the like attacks, but it's just background noise that makes things a bit less clear.
Yeah, it's still weird.
Like when Sol does a bandit revolver, you can hear him shout bandit quite clearly. It's just that there's background noise which I don't like.
Yeah.
Hey, have either of you tried the new Samurai Showdown?
Yes.
Not yet.
What'd you think about it, Terry?
It's very interesting. If you like playing neutral, Samurai Showdown is for you. Because like you've got moves that do 70% of a life bar. Like a heavy attack does a third. If you can connect with a heavy attack, there goes a third of the opponent's life bar. So you do have to play very cautiously.
Is the newest one in the same vein as the classics, or is it?
Yeah. No, it's basically the same. It's very, very like all the attacks have a lot of startup. So if you go for a heavy attack, there's a good chance you're just going to get smacked out of it. Like it's by no means an easy thing to land one, but when you do like insane damage. And it's the same with super. If you can land a super, there goes 70% of a life bar, but you only get one for the entire fight. And they're not easy to land. If they block it, that's it.
Is it still a rage gauge?
Terry.
What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Is it still a rage gauge for that one?
Yes.
Okay. Because the Capcom versus SNK 2 Groove, as it was called, it was K Groove, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we got a week. Terry, you got to figure out how we could set up and play some games, because you know what? Friday, we got to fucking. I want to play some fighting games with you, man. You know your shit. This is like, yeah, no, you're describing Samurai Showdown. Yeah, that's the satisfaction. Being able to pull off a fucking 1-2 hit combo and all of a sudden the dude's dead. That's great. That's SNK. That's
Yeah.
And again, we're talking, hey, Capcom versus SNK, right? So, I think we all.
Really good. Although I was never very good with Haomaru was really good, but I was never very good with Nakaruru. Two of the Samurai Shodown characters in Cap vs SNK too.
Yeah. I mostly stuck with the Capcom characters just because I was more familiar with them. Like some of the SNK characters were really, really powerful. It's just I already knew how the the Capcom characters, mostly Street Fighter ones, played, so I didn't have to learn a new character the way I had to learn an SNK character. So I kind of just stuck with what I knew.
Oh, the SNK
hey, going back to Smash Brothers, Terry. Hey, come on.
Hey, come on. Terry Bogard is one of my team, man. My 3-person team is Cammy, Mai, and Terry.
See, my sort of, I always wanted to play as a single 4 ratio character. It's the worst option. Like, you are far better off having 2 ratio 1s and a ratio 2. But I just liked having a single character instead of a team. So I would always play a tier 4, usually Sagat. I liked Sagat.
Okay.
But if I were to pick,
I've never played a good Sagat before.
Oh, you still won't have after you play me. But if I were to make a team of 3, I'd probably put Blanca or Balrog, or Boxer for any Japanese people listening. Don't want to get you confused.
Well, no, for Japanese people, he was Bison.
Yeah, but Boxer is the name that the FGC uses so that it doesn't matter which one you are familiar with. You know who Boxer is. It's
true. All right.
And there's Claw for who we consider Vega, and Dictator for who we consider Bison.
That's kind of sad because then what's his nut from Street Fighter 3?
Dudley.
Dudley, yeah, he's a boxer too. I prefer him over Balrog.
He's
even though I'm playing as
pugilist. Thank you.
There's also no confusion over Dudley's name. So if you say Dudley, people go, "Oh, yeah, you mean Dudley." If you say Balrog, people will be like, "Hang on, which one?" So that's why they had to call him Boxer on websites that were available across the world. Because if a Japanese person goes onto the website and is like, "Why the fuck are they telling me Bison's details when I clicked on Balrog? What's going on here?" Or just in conversation, you go like, "Oh man, my favorite character is, Vega. Which Vega are you talking about?" So to make it clear for people, regardless of which version they played, that's where the nicknames came from.
I can see that.
And yeah, because there's a YouTube channel called FGC Translated, and they will always use those nicknames regardless of what the person actually says. So if Daigo is streaming and he says Vega, he's Japanese, so Vega is actually written as Dictator rather than the words he actually said, because they don't want people getting confused.
Gotcha.
I call him Raul Julia.
Of course.
Yes.
Quick, change channel.
Wait till you get the Bison dollars. You'll have all the money you need.
Yes. Yeah, I
still always rib my friend because she works at the place that made the Street Fighter the movie the game.
Oh dear God, that was a disaster. I haven't played it, but everything I've seen of it is terrible.
Terry, that's gonna be the game we're gonna play.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna find a way to play some Street Fighter the movie, the game, the movie.
But I never actually liked Mortal Kombat as much as everyone else.
The movie?
I always I always thought that Street Fighter was a much better game than Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat for the fatalities, but not the gameplay.
I 100% agree with you. I was never a big Mortal Kombat guy.
I would say I liked Mortal Kombat after 10, when they started
11.
going into when they started getting into like 11.
9 was when they started doing really interesting things with the game.
They had the environmental inputs in the better combat system, but I would say 10 they kind of solidified that. And I would also say Injustice. Injustice was a fucking fantastic game.
Yeah, Injustice is like the mechanics are the same as Mortal Kombat, but Injustice plays in such a way that the mechanics are intuitive, where Mortal Kombat it may not be.
Yeah.
There's one critical problem with Injustice for me. You could get the computer to control your character, and it played so much better than I did that I was kind of just, well, you can play all the matches for me. And it's like, then what am I doing? I'm just watching. So I realized I don't want to play myself because I'll always know that the computer would have done a much better job. And I don't want to just sit here watching the gameplay itself. So I was like, this is pointless. I'm uninstalling it.
The game. I thought I was playing the game, Terry, but I've been using the wrong controller the whole time. The game's just playing itself, Terry. The game's just playing itself, Terry.
I did like NRS is good for single player content. They had a lot of stuff for you to do if you didn't want to play other people. And it's just a shame that I didn't like the game as much as some other fighting games, because I would like something like Street Fighter or Guilty Gear to have that much single player content to sink my teeth into.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I think what NetherRealms Studios does great is put out a product that has a good story, in terms of it's something you can watch. It's you don't have to play it, you can watch it, because honestly, Injustice and Injustice 2, you can watch those motherfuckers, not have to play any of it, and still come out being like, yeah, that's a pretty good story. You know?
That line of thinking is why we get the story mode that we had in Guilty Gear Xrd and Strive.
Well, I'm not saying it's any benefactory. I'm just saying they've managed to nail this this aspect down.
in the two most recent Guilty Gear games, story mode is a movie, and I say no. You should have some interactivity in a fighting game.
No. Listen, all games should have super easy mode where all you have to do is just turn it on and then let the game just play out in front of you. It's 100%.
So what you're saying is that...
Listen, I have a deadline to go by, okay? I have to write an article about this game, and if it's not done by the end of the week, I'm somebody's gonna fart in my face. I can't have that. I gotta get this game done.
So what you're saying is that Guilty Gear and Guilty Gear Xrd and Strive, their story mode is literally game journalist mode.
Yes.
Okay.
You literally you click story mode and it is a movie that occasionally you have to press a button to make the dialogue continue.
Ugh. You're gonna make these people occasionally press a button? I mean, that's proletariat bourgeoisie. I mean, come on.
No, I think the
pressing a button?
Yeah.
Pressing a button.
The second BlazBlue game had story mode perfect. It was like each character had their own story mode. It was only about
playoffs?
What's that?
Playoff. Oh shit.
But each character had their own story mode. There was only about 3 fights in each character's story. But you also had 3 endings: the good ending, the bad ending, and the joke ending. And I thought, there you go. You've got a reason to try all the paths in the story, and the story is basically the same, but from this character's perspective. And yeah, it gave you a reason to get invested, as opposed to Guilty Gear. Well, this is going to take a couple hours. I'm just going to sit back and watch the game.
Well, hold on.
Guilty Gear X2.
Are you gonna then expect people to go through the game multiple times to get a whole bunch of different endings and see a whole bunch of different views of the story? That's asking a bit too much, sir. I think you're out of line here.
You shitlord. Yeah, no. Guilty Gear X2 was that way as well. They had, multiple story paths and yeah.
Guilty Gear XX. I didn't like the gameplay for much the same reason. I didn't like it was too complex for me. Like Xrd made things a lot more intuitive.
Yes, it did.
But the gameplay aside, the story mode of XX was exactly what I would want from a story mode.
Mm-hmm. But I really, I 100% agree with Adam on that one, though, is that Injustice had a great story mode.
Oh, yeah. No, but you still played in it, though. The fights may have been easy, but you still had to actually pick up the controller and fight.
True.
Whereas in Guilty Gear, it is literally a movie.
Yeah,
you have no interactivity beyond saving after every chapter if you would like to do so, and occasionally hitting a button to continue the dialogue.
Can I say that I gained a bit of a deeper appreciation for Black Canary and Green Arrow from Injustice?
Okay.
They had a good story arc in Injustice, and it was good.
I just love those
will
to begin with, because they're like, Green Arrow is my favorite comic superhero.
Like I will say NRS does do decent story modes. I don't like that it forces you to like it tells you which character you have to choose, or I think sometimes it gives you a choice of two. But
in Injustice 2 it did. In Injustice 1 it had certain characters that you had to play as for certain parts of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not as big a fan of that. I do think it's better when you can choose the character, because I don't want to play Kano. I want to play Liu Kang. Too bad. This part you're playing as Kano. It's like
I see, like and that's where Mortal Kombat 11 was kind of like, where it was you're following through the story points, and you don't get a choice of what character you're playing as. But
yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, none of the Mortal Kombats did free form for that. Same with the Injustice ones too. At least Injustice, they had in Injustice 2 they had like branching story paths where you get to choose like one path you chose these two characters, and then another path you chose the other two characters.
I do enjoy the story modes. It's just I don't like that one aspect of it. I like I said, BBCS Continuum Shift had the best story mode. I don't remember the acronym because I know CF is the most recent one, Central Fiction, but yeah, Continuum Shift is the one that I had the good story mode.
Well, guys,
it's also the only Blaze Blue that had helped me, Professor Kakanoe, and I love those sketches. So,
you know what? The best storyline is Marvel's Capcom 1 because Dr. Doom is in it, and there is only Doom.
I think, isn't Dr. Doom in 3?
He's in the second one too.
Let's stick with the first one, okay?
Well, guys, it's
you can 100% play as Dr. Doom in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because he's like one of the best assists with his rocks that fly out across the screen.
I think that's Magneto.
No. Dr. Doom has molecular shields of like floating rocks that.
No, Magneto has magnetic rocks that float around.
Sure, but Dr. Doom has actual rocks.
No. Dr. Doom does not have magnetic rocks. I'm just.
No, his anti-air is the rocks. And
no, I think it's lasers or something like that. Come on, get out of here. You know what, Terry?
Projectile assist.
Terry, we're gonna figure this out this coming Friday, okay? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam and Terry DeMattis, we are going to go and entertain you on Friday. And what game is that? Marvel versus Capcom. Oh yeah, we're gonna give you the highlight of the night. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It was fun playing Johnny because that was funny. He was like, I ended up winning like 17 and losing one. It was a good score. I like that.
Sabretooth was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yes, he was.
I don't remember that at all.
No, yeah, I mean, I've been watching what's his face, Justin Wong and Jay Crofts, and they do a lot of Marvel 2 content, and Sabretooth is in it.
Huh.
Hey, all the more reason we need to play.
Sure, I'm always happy to play.
Yeah, well, you need to figure out how to, configure a weird Australian potato box to hook up to our more advanced American box PC games.
We can do it the exact same way that I played against Johnny.
Well, hold on, wait. Oh yeah, never mind. Even more so because Johnny's in like the middle of the desert and shit, isn't he?
He's in Montana.
Yeah, in the middle of the desert. Montana.
I don't know the geography of the United States, so I'll take your word for it.
It's so weird that Rogue has different art for the official release of MVC2 when she was totally in her 90s outfit.
With the jacket?
Yeah.
Have you
The
heard
official art has
of
her in the full green outfit.
have you heard of ratio mode for Marvel 2?
No.
So Justin Wong, who's like one of the world's best Marvel 2 players, he realized that like there's only 5, maybe 7 characters that anyone bothers to choose. So he came up with ratio mode where he has assigned every character a number of points based on how good in his mind they are. So like Magneto costs 5 points, Juggernaut costs 3, Dan costs 1, to give you like an idea.
Okay.
And then you've got 7 points to make your team out of. So if you want someone powerful like Sentinel, then you've got to take 2 really, really terrible characters to balance it out. Or you could go a more middling team like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, is like Juggernaut and Iceman and Ken. I think that might be another point.
They put Dan at lowest and not Roll?
Roll is 0 points.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
If you pick Roll, that does not count towards your point total. So you've got 7 points to spend on the other 2 characters.
I was gonna say, like, dude, she doesn't really like. You can do some decent work with her, but she's not. But Dan is. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So all the Shotos are 1 point, I believe. From memory, they're all 1 point. So.
Really?
Oh no.
I would figure that
They might
Aquaman was
be-
more.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You know what, Terry? You're spewing some knowledge that I think.
Well, the reason why is Akuma has the tornado kick, lightning stagger.
Oh yeah. No. They might be 2 points, and Dan is 1. I think. So Ryu, Ken, and Akuma are 2 points. Dan is 1.
Okay.
But yeah, Akuma's big weakness is he's got no health. So he might be good on offense, but he takes damage like a wet paper bag, and that hurts his viability quite a lot.
I know the one that I wish was better because he has great recovery and great attack speed, but he has like no super moves, is Strider.
Oh yeah. I think Amingo is considered the best 1 point character. So I always liked Amingo. He's kind of funny. And
Yeah, just looking at the roster here, I remember most of the time I would play Akuma, Jin, and Captain Commando.
Well, Cable was always 100% of the time on my team because I was playing arcade mode and he just melted the final boss.
Oh yeah.
Because the final boss had 3 hitboxes, or hurt boxes rather, and his Hyper Viper beam hit all 3. So you just chained like two super moves together and the final boss is dead.
Well, yeah, Cable and Baby Hood, their ultimate moves, if you chained both of them, like it didn't even matter who your third one was. There was no escaping.
Yeah.
There was no escaping.
Oh yeah.
It filled up the whole screen.
I did really like BB Hood because of that super with like the hunters and they just filling the screen with bullets.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like anything that does a lot of chip damage. It kind of, even though it's not, it kind of feels like it's unblockable. And that BB Hood thing did a ton of chip damage.
Oh yeah, it did.
There's a character in Blaze Blue called Amane, and chip damage is his whole gimmick. And you're like, I found my character. I'm playing Amane.
Alright, well, we've been going for over 2 hours. I think it's about time I try to get at least a little bit of sleep. And get back to the grind when I wake up. So, thank y'all for coming out, having a good fighting game talk. We'll figure out something. I think it'd be fun to stream it too. So we'll
definitely.
We'll figure something out. But
yeah, I'll message you on Discord because I don't think you use Twitter much, do you?
I don't use Twitter at all anymore. I have completely
Right.
abandoned Twitter.
Okay, I'll message you on Discord and let you know how I played against Johnny, so we can use that as the starting point.
Okay, sure. And yeah, so I guess look forward to that. And we've been your Minions of Zoo. Thank you for coming out and watching some paint dry. And be sure to watch tomorrow where Skep Tock is the host. And yeah, the zoo's closed. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.
99.